Spontaneous generation is a hypothesis that scientists had many years ago, and it states that some living things just randomly appear from non-living things. A good example of this is a mouse arising from dirty underwear and wheat. Francesco Redi's meat and maggot experiment was done to prove his hypothesis that living things just don't randomly appear from non-living things. His hypothesis was that if he places rotting meats in 3 different ways, one open to air, one completely covered under paper, and one covered with cheesecloth, then he believed that maggots will only grow in the meat that was open to air because flies will be able to reach it and therefore they can lay eggs in it. To do this experiment, Redi placed the rotting meats in 3 jars and then covered one with paper, one with cheesecloth, and left the last one open. After exposing the 3 jars to flies for a few weeks, he found that the maggots only grew in the jar open to air. Here, the independent variable is the meat, like how it was set up, and dependent variable was the maggot, like whether it grew in the meat or not. And the control group is a jar open to air, and the experimental groups are the 2 other jars that are covered with paper and cheesecloth. This experiment clearly proved Redi's hypothesis, since maggots only grew in the meat that the flies were able to lay eggs on. And although Redi himself doubted his results, through this experiment more people started suspecting the truth of spontaneous generation, and in the later years many scientists used this experiment to disprove spontaneous generations for many other living creatures.